So I've just selected edit, and you can see I can open my document and make changes. I've not had to leave or reopen it in my PowerPoint app on my desktop. I can do any quick changes here. Now, if anyone else is in the document making changes, because within Teams you're bringing everyone to the same location, you're not attaching a document that then gets out of date, or one person has to try and bring all the changes together. You're all jumping into the same document at the same time. You can see here I've got a little marker if I've got anyone else in a different slide. You can even be on the same slide, just making changes to different parts of the document at the same time. But you can see it highlights when someone else is in the document making changes at the same time here. When you're finished, you have autosave in action, so you didn't even need to click Save As all the time. I can just simply click to another part of Teams, knowing that all my changes have been updated and saved. Now, you might get to the point where, if someone makes an error and you want to restore your document back to how it was before. So all you need to do is click Open in SharePoint, and this will just give you a view with greater metadata on the documents. So within Teams, you get a list of them. You can tell who last modified them and their size. But by opening in SharePoint, you do get some extra bits of metadata. So I can see it looks exactly the same as it does in Teams. If I just click on this ellipsis here, it will give me an option that says Version History. And what I can do from here is I can see all the changes that they were made and who by. And say I didn't like the last one, I can always click on the document, view it or restore it, which would take away the changes that someone might have made that were an accident. Also, you'll notice that you've got all your versions, so really easy to record version history. It stores all of them as well. And you can see here you've got all your other documents you can do that for. So what I'm going to do is just jump back to Teams now. I'm really happy with where my master deck's at. And again, if I click on here, I'll be able to see any changes that were made. Now, even though you've got your, you might have your video running to record the transcripts of your meetings, you still might want to take some in-depth meeting minutes, and you might have a set template that you still want to use for that. So we commonly see OneNote being pinned to the top here to store your meeting minutes. And we can see I've organised it, so I've got a section for each different types of meeting. Then in each page I've summarised it for each different meeting that we have for each different month. And the beauty of this is you've actually got dictate from within OneNote as well. So what we commonly see kind of PAs and MAs doing at the minute is they might just have this open on their page whilst they're sat in the meeting. They can click this microphone at the top. I'll just check the first time you use it, it's okay. And what this will do is it will record what you're saying. So you could have it running, taking down who was speaking, what was happening, or just recording to yourself. And you can then go back afterwards and make edits and update and format it how you like. But just a really helpful thing to have. And you can see here it's about 95% accurate. And if you're using a Windows 10 device, you can actually train it to pick up what you're speaking. It's a really handy feature that comes within OneNote. You've also got search capabilities, so if you're just using it as a daybook replacement, you can search and find terms that you're looking for. So if we were looking for antisocial behaviour, we could see all the different parts that it was mentioned across our different meetings. Then the final part, just to show you in that comes in each team and in each channel, you have conversations. So this is where you can post messages. Whereas instead of doing an email to lots of people, if you put a message in here, you'll see like the above one, people can reply underneath, so you don't get lots of out of office emails coming into your inbox, people replying to an email that's already been sorted because they've just got back off leave and reported to one of the end ones. So to put a message, all you need to do is come to the bottom here. If you click this A button, you can format it. I always recommend putting a subject just to make it easier to find later down the line. So it might be new parade route. You can also mark it as important, so it stands out when people get the notification to read it. And what you can do is, if you click @mention, you can either select the whole team or certain individuals you want to pick out. So actually this is important, so I'm going to send it to the whole team. So I'm going to put, please read the meeting minutes. There has been an important update to the parade route. Now, because I've mentioned everyone, when I post this, everyone will get a little activity notification to let them know that I've posted, and I'll be able to see any replies coming through here. As you can see in the one above, you also might have a Giphies if you want to use them, just to show you what that looks like, which can sometimes make it easier for people to adopt as they like communicating via the little video clips. But you can share lots of different things on here. For example, we'll come back to this later to see how we've shared a sway. Now we've got to the stage where it might be the actual start of the parade, and we've got lots of people on site for the day. So I've got a channel just for the actual parade day. And what we've done is we've linked in a link to Twitter, who are just searching for hashtag that says Armed Forces Day. You can choose a channel that it links to, but we see people using it for events like football matches. If they see any trouble, you might want to come underneath a tweet, mention someone who's on the front line at the parade, and just tell them to have a look. There we go. So just bringing all your different apps into one place means you don't have to keep switching whilst on your phone. So we were looking before at different parts of Office 365 that are pinned to the top, but as well as PowerPoints, you can pin PDF documents. So this might just be a reminder, everyone, of the parade route. You can also pin to external websites, so you might just want something such as live traffic updates there for the area, so you can keep a track on things. The most important thing we see with this kind of event planning and live event productivity is by using the chat feature. So what you can do is set up a group chat. So we can see here we've got 5 participants in here. We've got a guest, which means we've got someone external from the force in there. So it could be a county council member. And you can use this just like WhatsApp. You can go send a quick message. Again, you can use GIFs and some funner things here. But I could be an officer on the front line, on my mobile, accessing this and replying back. So it just gives you a really quick way to communicate. It's better than WhatsApp in that you are in control of the data, you own the data, so it's audited and searchable. And again, you can have externals in there quite easily. One thing you can also do is do a quick video chat. So if I press video call or audio call, it would call everyone in the group to catch up. So just to show you what that looks like. There we go. I'm just going to ring from my mobile device. 1 moment. So we can see here, just giving a quick call. I've got this pops up on screen. There we go. There we go, and we can see here. I've just got a quick video. I'm home today, so we can just see. Here my dog. There we go. So now we've got audio off, we can see here. So if you imagine you are just an officer on the front of the scene, you can show if there's trouble happening. Maybe someone needs a bit of an advice on how to set up a cordon. You could say push that back a bit. Those kinds of things you could get set up and ready. So just super quick to get everyone on a call or to show what's happening where you are. Also, there's a few other features that come in the chat. So you have something called Whobot. You can turn this on automatically, and it just goes off what information you've got in your Active Directory. So I could say, who knows about a certain topic? So I'm going to ask about who knows about fraud. And what it does is it looks across everyone's titles, looks across all the information that they're posting in teams you're members of. And you can see here it's picked up PTC Ben Walters. Doesn't actually have fraud in his title, but he's posted about it a few times. So he might be someone to talk to about it. What you can also do is also, if you do a quick search, you often get a lot of new recruits who might not know who people are. So I can go, who knows about... who is the manager of Alex Wilber? There we go, and straight away it's giving me Alex Wilber's manager. Also, if you're just having a one-to-one conversation, so I'm talking to Superintendent Wilkes here, I can always find out a bit more about them. If I just click on Alan, for example, you've got this organisation option, and you can see where they sit in the line of the food chain. So if you can't get hold of someone, you might find someone in their team that you could speak to. You could send a quick message to their manager. Just helps break down those communication barriers. So last thing, just to show you in Teams, we've had the parade. It's gone really successfully. So I've just used a part of Office 365 called Sway. Now, Sway is like PowerPoint on steroids. It's really great for creating a quick newsletter. So we can see here in my Teams conversation, I've just shared it. I'll just show you what Sway looks like. It's almost like a link to a little mini web page. So you can put this link on your Force website. You could put it on an email if you wanted, or on an intranet page. You can send it to both internal and externals. And you can see here, it's just a really great way for having lots of rich multimedia. You can share pictures as well as information, and even include videos in there, so you never get blocked by trying to email a file that's too big. You can have so many videos and pictures in there. What else you can also do, which is why it's quite useful for communications perspective, is that on the back end, so I've just gone to my Office 365 portal here, just to show you what it looks like. So on here we can see how many views the document's had. Has everyone got to the end of the document? Was it a quick read or a glance? So you can alter your newsletters for the better. If you find people are only getting halfway through, maybe you should think about making them shorter, those kinds of things. And once you've got a template up and running, all you need to do is change the pictures and the text each time. So super easy to create from scratch. You can start from a document or just start from blank, and it's all done in a modular way. You can just add new modules for a title or an image or a video, for example. Really easy to create, and it even gives you design ideas. So if you're not the most artistic, it'll show you how it could be formatted to look nice. Another tool that you get within Office 365 that's very similar to Sway, can be used with externals, is Microsoft Forms. And this is a really quick way to run a survey. Could be internal to the Force, it could be external to the Force. So we can see here, you can see the survey. You can preview it and add new questions. Preview shows you what it looks like either via a web page or via a mobile app if you're filling it in there. And you can choose your background image or your themes that you want to include there. Now, why it's quite good is that when someone does respond, you get a real-time dashboard. Now, this could be pinned in a team site. You could just have access for a few people who are looking at it. And you can open the results in Excel and actually manipulate the graphs to get how you want to present them. So really quick replacement for SurveyMonkey. You've already got access to this through Office 365. You can do branch questioning and lots of options in there. So each time I want to dive to somewhere else in Office 365, I'm just clicking at this waffle at the side here. It's in Sway, and this takes me to all my different apps. So that is everything that I wanted to show you today. It's been a bit of a whirlwind tour of Teams and a few of the Office 365 apps, but really looking forward to showing you guys more in the future.